I didn't know I hit the button. How y'all doing? Facebook, YouTube. I didn't know I hit the button. I was just wondering if I hit the button. All right. Got something interesting for you. You know, I'm going to talk to you about, the incredible God. The incredible God that people need to know and need to understand. Well, I'm going to, of course, use, one of my favorite character, Marvel Comics character, the Incredible Hulk. I'm finna teach you in, the Incredible God, concerning the Incredible Hulk, about God's grace and God's judgment that, we need to come to understand in, how God is. Now, y'all know about the Incredible Hulk. I used to watch the Incredible Hulk series, growing up. My boy, Luke Larino and Billy Bolutsky. That's how much of fans I was of the show. Remember the characters. But, the thing is, here's the idea that people are supposed to understand about Incredible Hulk. That they better understand about God. The thing is, David Banner, Bill Bolutsky, it's a guy traveling around, to and fro. And, he's trying to find a cure to this disease that, he looked as, Incredible Hulk to become normal. So he's going to places, but, and finding himself that people, getting into trouble or somebody, want to pick a fight with him, because he's an ordinary guy, he's he looks like a wimp, he won't do nothing wrong to you and stuff like that. He's a nice guy. And then all of a sudden somebody come pick a fight with him, in a bar or something. And, and they come in there, say something negative to him, and, bother him. And then all of a sudden, my boy Bill Bolutsky, David Banner, look, I'm not come here for no trouble, don't bother me, and they keep bothering them, I don't come with no trouble. All of a sudden they gang up on them and, punch him and, throw him around, and all of a sudden, y'all know what's going to happen. Green eyes. And all of a sudden, this huge monster comes out of nowhere. Green monster comes and just like throws everybody everywhere. And, throws, how it goes. And everybody's scared and they're shocked that something bad is happening right now. They're shocked because, they did something negative to somebody, and they're shocked that something negative happened back at them. What nerve that a green monster is coming out to harm me because I harmed somebody else. What nerve? How dare this monster, how dare this bad thing happen to me of harming somebody else? And people will look and with that face like, I can't believe it. I can't believe something negative is happening to me. I mean, I just harmed an innocent person. Oh man, sowing and reaping. How much people don't believe in that rule. Oh, it's so crazy how people just do not really consider the rule and think its rule really exists, but it does exist, and so many people are suffering because they're not going to understand the credible God, the credible God that, does created this world, created the universe. That's credible. The universe looks correct, incredible. Hello, how you doing? And the thing is, people just, wonder, because they think they're supposed to, I think they're supposed to get away with doing wrong. Oh yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. Wow. This is what you're supposed to do, treat each other wrong, and nothing wrong is not supposed to happen. People that think that way, they think according to this nature that everybody is, leaning towards upon this earth. Is called the flesh nature. And this flesh nature has got people going crazy. Like the boys back in the day in the 90s, I know that group. But anyway, that people are going crazy and insane. They're expecting a better result. They're expecting that, you're not, when you harm somebody, they're actually are not supposed to harm them back. And nothing bad is not supposed to happen concerning of what they did. That's what's supposed to happen. But that is not the case of, let me see, reality. Name of my ministry is called The Reality, and because that's what God is. He is the reality, and I'm trying to help everybody see the reality, really, of what it is that, that there is a God that, a credible God that created an incredible universe, and we're part of the one little earth or world in the universe that, he created, that we're, enjoying his wonderful planet. Well, trying to, but, people got this idea that they can, do negative things in this world and keep doing it, and something good is supposed to come out of this negative. Yes. Oh, yeah. They keep, abusing God's people, abusing the things of God that he created. They keep abusing this credible God, and this credible God will show forth this great, awesome grace like nothing I will probably never see, or nothing that I will ever imagine. How he allows certain people like me, or anybody that exists, that's born in sin, shaped with iniquity, to exist for so long, doing wrong for so long, and give them so many chances. I mean, all through human history, he has been so faithful to a lot of people, and his people, the Jews, and he got the Christians and other people in the world. He gives so much, grace to them, and that grace is given for a purpose, for that he kind of want them to understand that I gave you this grace, so you can, find my truth, find him in the grace, find his ways, and operate in his thoughts, and, establish a relationship with him close. That's the ideal of these chances he's giving you. But certain people kind of look at these chances like, no, it's another chance for me to get away with doing a system that's operating in error, that's causing harm to other people, speaking negative at people, looking at people negative, doing negative things to people. And that's what, I'm supposed to be doing. And all is doing negative, something positive is supposed to come out of it. Let me see. Wait a minute. Then we just got done talking about, Credible Hulk, when they thought they can just beat up on David Banner and treat him negative, that something positive is supposed to come out of the outcome. No, Nothing positive came out of the outcome of just a green monster throwing them out of the bar, through the window. They're hurting their body, they're scared, they're panicking, they're mad, they're trying to run. But there was a grace period in that, you know. Don't bother the person. I mean, how many episodes we got to see that person? Quit picking on them. Stop bothering. Stop. See, here's the real reality of, you know, that, you know, the incredible God concerning an incredible hope, you know, the ideal of the show. Let me see. You're not supposed to be harming other people. You're not supposed to be doing negative to other people. You're supposed to be being positive to other people. That's what, so the idea of what's supposed to you're supposed to do to people. I wonder if you got that understanding, you know, if you didn't harm that person, maybe that person wouldn't harm you afterwards. You think that people will understand that, you know? The lust will make you an idiot. Lust will make you think that you can do everybody wrong and wrong will not happen back at you. But sorry, lust nature is the wrong nature. And wrong thing, when you do somebody wrong things will happen eventually towards you. You know, when you're doing the wrong thing, you know, I think that's what really actually supposed to happen. But people don't really kind of think that, you know. That's why they make their investments in listening to things that will influence them to continually do the lustful nature of harming other people in their lives. But I guess the credible God has to show up to people and tell them the truth that, that's not the ideal, you know. And he has to bring this thing called correction to people that people don't like. For instance, they don't like that correction. It's like you have to correct them in the harshest ways, you know, in the, you know, throwing them out of the window, throwing them across the bar. Yeah, he has to do that, but that's a part of the God nature of God, of the incredible God. He, you know, he has grace, you know, a lot of his grace and, you know, period of time, but he has this thing called judgment. And this thing called judgment, people don't like that part of God, you know, that correction part. And, you know, like God told me that, you know, he's going to, you know, bust everybody's crown. You know, that people got the crown of pride on their head. You know, he's going to bust everybody, knock your crown. Yeah, he's going to knock your crown off your head. But here's the thing. If your head is still attached to that crown, well, you and your head going to get knocked off your neck with the crown. But he's going to, you know, in the time of judgment, he's going to knock crowns of pride off people's heads. But we better hope that your head is not still glued to the crown of pride, because that means that you might be dead. That's how judgment works, you know. But, you know, let him knock the crown of pride off your head that you can have another chance to have a relationship with him and, you know, have, you know, and fulfill the purpose that you was created for, to be created in the image and the likeness of God, and fulfill your purpose, but not, you know, let the credible God, you know, throw you around and knock you around and or knock your head off your neck. But just knock your crown off, the crown off. All right, that's the message today. I hope you got the message, and I hope I help you understand the credible God, because that's who's controlling everything, controlling the world, controlling the universe, because he is incredible. All right, to God be the glory, to him forever and ever, in Jesus' name, amen. Roar, the credible God. He's credible, especially his love is very credible.